Enlightenment Protocol.
Let there be light.
He did it.
The Enlightenment.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 4, and today we're going to be doing my review for episode 22, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any DC TV videos later this year. So next week is the finale. Don't worry guys, we're still going to be making tons of Flash videos over the summer until we get to the trailer at San Diego Comic-Con and obviously when season 5 starts to air. So don't go anywhere, turn on notifications, because throughout the summer obviously I can't post as much as I do right now because there's not as much content, but if you send in your theories I will be making videos on them if you guys want me to. So anyway, let's get on to today's review. This is episode 22, the penultimate episode, and so this episode was a very good episode in my opinion. There were some points that I really didn't like, but there were some very good parts, and we're going to be breaking it all down right here. So the first thing I want to start on is the ending scene. So like we predicted, the Enlightenment actually begins, and instead of what I thought would happen, they actually started the Enlightenment from Star Labs. I did not think that he would hack into Gideon and then take control and do it from Star Labs, so that's really cool how Devoe's just inside and then they're just helpless, they're stuck around. And so next episode is going to be inspired by Inception. You guys can go check out my theory video. I talk about the concept of Inception and everything that happened in that film, and then everything that I think that's going to translate into the season finale, because basically if you haven't seen the trailer, Barry actually goes into Devoe's mind using his thinking cap, so it's going to be really awesome. But I will do my trailer breakdown for that trailer later tonight, so don't miss that, because the season finale, that's going to be my last trailer breakdown of this year. So moving on from that massive part, so the Enlightenment begins, and also probably the second biggest part of the episode was the Killer Frost stuff. So yes, we went back to the therapy place, and you guys know that I'm not a big fan of that, so I was kind of a bit upset that we actually went there, but all I can hope for is that we don't go back there. I don't really like the actress who does the therapist. It's just really out of tone, and I felt like this episode, the tone was pretty good. It felt like it didn't need the Cecile stuff, but we'll talk about Cecile in a minute. But the Killer Frost reveal was that as a child, when she was in extreme traumatic situations, she used to go into Killer Frost, and so this is really interesting, and we're probably going to be debating this all year long, because this was before the particle accelerator explosion. Was she always a meta? So we're gonna have to get the explanation as to how she had powers when she was younger, but something weird is going on here, and I'm really intrigued. I love that flashback scene with Cisco vibing them back, and we get to see young Caitlin as Killer Frost. So, Flashtime. This was another great part of the episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was Barry training Cisco and Caitlin to go into Flashtime, and in this episode they introduced the concept of Barry generating speed force around him. We never actually got the explanation as to why he has lightning around him, apart from we know that there's speed force, but it's also revealed that he can actually share and give people speedster powers temporarily, and that's a thing that happens in the comics. We've experienced something a bit like that, but only with speedster to speedster giving each other more power, but this is with two non-speedsters. Barry's able to do it, so it's a really cool concept, and they played it off very well, and they get to save everyone in Flashtime, and it was a really cool scene. And then we get that Devoe-Barry confrontation at the end where Barry tries to destroy the satellite. He destroys it, but then obviously Devoe doesn't seem to be fazed by it, and he later takes over the Star Labs satellite. Going to the start of the episode, we got the Diggle crossover, and I really just like when they do these little crossovers. They're normally very good, and Diggle as Devoe was brilliant. I really liked how David Ramsey actually played that. And then we got an epic Devoe fight scene inside Argus. It reminded me of Daredevil and, you know, their hallway fight. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was one long cut. I think it was one long scene, and they didn't cut. It seems like it was really fluent, and the way they did it was really cool, and it reminded me of Daredevil, and that was probably one of the best Devoe fights we've had all season long. So moving on from that, another storyline in the episode was Iris's storyline. So for parts of the episode, I was like, I really do like Iris as a reporter, but with her going back and forth with Harry, I was like, this is really kind of out of character. but then you sort of get the explanation for it, and I was fine with that. But I'm really excited for Iris to be a reporter next season. I feel like that's the best job for her, and I feel like that's where she's worked overall the best. I'm not the biggest fan of her being the team leader, but you know, I hope she does stick to the reporting roots because it's really intriguing, and we need someone in the public eye in Team Flash. So we get the Marlies stuff with Iris, and so Marlies is probably going to be helping in the finale. She's going to be able to get them into Devoe's lair so Barry can go inside Devoe's mind, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited for that. The final thing I want to talk about in this episode was the Cecile stuff, and guys, this was the one part of the episode that I really didn't like. I think Cecile is alright as a character. I'm not a fan of her, and this episode, it just proved to me why I really hate the pregnancy power thing, because number one, it doesn't make any sense, and number two, it's just really cringy. And she turned into like some surfer dude, the guy delivering like pizza or something, and it was really cringy, and I just literally facepalmed so hard when Cecile started doing that. And I do potentially think Cecile might die, and out of everyone, I would say she should die in the finale. She just hasn't been that well done this season. I preferred her in season 3, even though she had less of a role. I felt like her character development was better, and it was less cringy. Like, all the stuff since she's got powers have been really cringy and annoying. So anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Overall, this episode was really good, and I thought the ending scene was especially good when they set up for the next episode. So the finale is going to be starting right after where we stopped when the Enlightenment has started. So anyway guys, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like sharp